So I'm pretty obsessed with things like user personas and stories. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about like some personas that I have. One is a Startup Institute alum, like Lisa just said, and you may have seen me on some of the bus ads for Startup Institute. And then I'm also a product designer at Alumnus Analytics. And I've been there since actually right after I finished Startup Institute, which was May of last year. And so we're going to jump like right into my personal life because as most of the Startup Institute people know, I'm pretty open about these things. So I was filling out my OkCupid profile a few weeks ago, as one does, and I got this question, and I was kind of like, right, I never thought about that before, which is, which would you rather be, normal or weird? And like to me that was an obvious answer. Well, weird, of course. Who wants to be normal? That's boring. So another persona I have is being a weirdo. I'll go back one. Which is, the reason I say that, and like, am I the only one that feels this way? And so then I met these weirdos, which was my cohort last year, and there are a lot of them here today, and I'm still good friends with many of them. And I realized, you know, it sounds cliche, but it's like, no, we're not alone. There are a lot of us. And so then, it was probably 4 or 5 weeks into Startup Institute, and I was giving some talk on what I was looking for, because as all the students know, this is as much about what you're looking for as it is about what the employers are looking for. So that's one of the greatest things you learn in Startup Institute is, what do I really want out of my career, and what do I want out of my next employer? And somebody on staff, I don't remember exactly who, because I have a terrible memory, but was like, you know, you should take a look at Civis. And so I went to the website, and this is actually our newer version of the website, but it still said this, which was, we're looking to grow, we're smart, fun, and a little bit weird. Does that sound like you? And I was like, yes, it's totally me. I'm super weird. So now I work with all of these wonderful weirdos, and at the time it was a lot less people. When I joined, there was maybe 40 or 50 people. We're now, I think we just passed the 100 mark. And it's funny because I was thinking about this when I was walking in today, which is when all these guys finish all this, they're going to go to a bar. And that's what we did. And we celebrated like crazy. And we were there. When I interviewed with them, I was like, yes, they get me. They're so, like, they have the same sense of humor, and they have the same mission, and all those good things. And I'm stealing this from former director of Startup Institute, Jen Yee. She likes to show this, and when she showed it, I was like, yes, that is totally true about everyone at Alumnus Analytics, which is, we are people who have big dreams, but we also just know how to get shit done, and we also have a really good time together. But what I think these people are really is our fellow weirdos. They don't exist in that much in big corporate culture or anything like that, and we're lucky to have found it. So my parting advice to the cohort, who I had the privilege of teaching the design students, who are, by the way, awesome, and if you need designers / front-end developers, there are 3 amazing ones here, is just to hold on to your weirdness. There's a reason we're all here. We have something in us that brings us to this place, and you're going to find your fellow weirdos that are going to value everything you can bring to a company, and that is not just your hard skills, but the people that you are. So thanks, and good luck with your pitches.